No, he might still be talking. Let him cook.
Oh, okay. Cook away. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a bold statement. Like, whew.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I cannot believe that happened. And I watched the movie. That's
That is crazy.
whole heapings of fish rape in this one, too. It might be part of the Lovecraft universe. You're right.
Ooh, where would this fit in the Croc cinematic universe?
I hate you all.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
back.
hey, and he's back.
You all
He's
die.
back.
I hope your
He's
scrotums
back.
get dragged across
No,
a rocky
you
train
don't
track.
understand. You were not talking.
We didn't hear a damn thing.
Could you see me?
No.
No, because it wasn't picking up the audio. So
Oh.
my camera wasn't focusing on you.
So go ahead and repeat everything you just said.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions Podcast. As always, I'm your horrible host, Kenny.
I'm your horrible co-host Daniel, and I'll only be here for 2 scenes, and then I'm out. But I'm starring.
You get top billing, and I bet they gave you a sandwich. I'm your murder mystery host, Ryan.
And today we are hopping aboard the old tracks, and you're gonna ride that choo-choo.
Ride that thing.
We are watching 2018's Derailed. Get hyped up. It's gonna be a good time. Everybody loves train movies.
Everyone does love train movies.
Ah, God. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, let's go check out this movie Derailed. That's going to be delightful and not dreadful at all.
Not dreadful.
I disagree. This movie's dreadful.
We had a really good time. We picked a banger here. So let's talk about what you guys thought about. What do you guys think this movie is going to be about looking at the poster? Because I have thoughts here.
There's a poster?
The poster and then what I actually got. And this is what set up my feeling for this entire movie.
There's a poster. We've got the submerged train completely underwater, and there's a sea creature hand on the glass. Is that right?
Yeah.
Kind of like what you see like the full creature outside the submerged thing floating underneath it is the one I've got.
Oh, okay.
And the tagline is stay inside and die, go outside and fight for your life.
Uh-huh.
So,
problem.
What do you guys think this movie was going to be based on that picture?
Okay, I thought that murder mystery train goes off the rails, goes underwater, and then you have sort of a panic, like, oh no, we're under the sea now, and we gotta survive under here, but there's also like monsters outside, but the train car never really goes underwater while they're in it.
You thought because you saw a poster of the train car underwater, that was never going to happen?
No, I thought that was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
And then it didn't.
Right, no. Well, did you watch the trailer for this, Daniel?
Yeah, I did.
When I saw the poster, I thought this was going to be a fun...
I thought this was gonna be fun too, and you know what? Fucking wasn't.
Ooh, bubbles underwater. Bubbles, drowning.
Are you farting or are you drowning?
I'm drowning.
Okay.
I clarified the bubbles. Probably a little bit of farts
Okay.
because I'm scared. I'm scared of the monster that's swimming around. I thought
farting underwater is fun.
I thought it was gonna be like a monster, the shape of water mermaid is eating people who are trying to get out of this
the
train.
shape of water thing. He didn't eat. Did he eat people? I thought he just banged the one. You know.
That's
It
grinding.
slash
Yeah,
at
it's
some others.
Grinding Nemo. Yeah. When I saw the trailer, I thought,
Nemo.
okay,
I'm sorry. I'm
Did you
sorry.
just make that up, or is that a thing?
what, Grinding Nemo?
Yeah.
Have I not heard that before?
I don't know. If it's not a thing,
'Cause
it
if
is
you-
now.
Because if you just made that up, that's poetry.
That's beautiful. That needs to be on a T-shirt, not an actual picture of Grinding Nemo.
I'm sure others must have thought of this. I thought this was going to be a murder mystery that goes bad because we get a real train robbery that then goes into the water, and it's going to be like a weird like Poseidon adventure with that ship that flips over, and they have to
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and our ticking time bomb is like water slowly coming in, but they can't.
And
they have to
they
find
would
a way
have
to
to
get
work-
out.
They would have to work with the people who were trying just a moment ago trying to rob them.
Yes, that's what I thought was going to happen. And then I saw Lance Hendrickson, and I said, "All aboard!"
Oh, when did you see him?
He was in the trailer.
He was in the trailer for about the same length of time he was in the movie.
No, it's a fourth of the time.
Oh, so it's literally a blink and you miss it?
No, he has a very important part in the trailer.
I mean, I don't...
To get you to watch the movie.
How much money? Okay, that had to be the most expensive 2 minutes.
No, he has...
Okay,
he has more, it's a good 10.
I looked at Lance's recent credits and stuff, and I feel like...
This isn't recent.
Well, it's recent enough. Through the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, Lance has just been popping up in fucking everything. I think he's like, yeah, I'll show up for 5 minutes, you give me a paycheck, I don't care. I think we've reached the stage now where Lance no longer means it's gonna be a good time. In fact, Lance might be a real life doomsayer for movies that we should maybe avoid at this point. Except I still love Lance.
Interesting. Yes. Quite. Yes. He's the new Bruce Campbell, doomsayer for movies.
Bruce's movies were still fun.
Nope. Bruce Campbell doesn't sleep through a performance.
He's fun in the movies.
That's fair.
I don't know. Just
at first I was like, is this the first Lance role I've seen him just fucking sleepwalk his way through?
I bet it's not.
I mean, I can't think of another where he's just saying words. Not that they really gave him much of anything to do.
I didn't watch the trailer either. I just looked... Well, I'm not sorry. You guys watched the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer, but I looked at that poster and I'm like, yeah, that's the exact same thoughts I had. And I was like, ooh, this could be a fun, tense movie. That creature looks kind of cool in the picture. I should have known.
Yeah, the trailer's what made me pick this movie for us to watch.
Oh, the poster would have had me. Because this is a solid poster. The tagline I thought was kind of dumb, but I thought they did that to explicitly tell me what the movie was, and they fucking lied. Yeah, no, because like you're saying, we got people trapped in a train car that goes all the way underwater. I thought I was only going to complain about the fact that I didn't think that car would be watertight. Turns out not an issue. Okay, well, let's swim to the surface, and then fucking sea creatures start banging on the glass right off the bat. I'm like, oh, fuck, we can't get out. Well, we're going to have to get out. Well, shit, man, we're going to have to MacGyver some weapons and do some crap. And no, that would have been a better movie. That's not what we got. Instead, what we get is, well, who wants to give us a synopsis of what actually happens?
Okay, I got you. Murder mystery train gets hijacked, kind of. People, robbers, fuck everything up. Train goes off the rails into water, and there's a creature in the water that kills people.
Daniel, what elements of this movie need to be successful in your eyes?
Needed a good creature and maybe some good kills, and depending on at what point they wanted to pivot over into the creature part of the movie, like how long the murder mystery part took. Like that part needed to be good, like a good mystery, like a good whodunit on the train.
If a monster never showed up, it needed to be standalone.
Yeah, like they could have leaned heavier into like one of the cast people actually dying from the burglars, and then the rest of the train crew still thinking it's part of the show.
Like a bodies.
Yes.
Like poor Greg not knowing that the game is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get what you thought? Yeah. Did you get any of those?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Blub, 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 blub. Come on now. You didn't... Okay, so interesting, cool monster. You don't think so?
It wasn't the worst
jazz
thing to look
hands.
at.
All I do is jazz hands.
It did have jazz hands. It had like two mouths, but not in a Alien kind of way. Like it was literally, I have one head that's inside another head, so it kind of looks like maybe
it's
it was
Venom
molting.
looking motherfucker, with all them twofers.
Yeah, but then it had like a second Venom looking motherfucker inside its mouth that just kind of filled up its head. It's like it put on the suit twice and forgot.
I thought it kind of looked like the monster from Split Second.
A little bit, but if it had dick fingers.
Yeah.
Ryan.
What's up, dog?
You think this is going to be a worse experience than riding an actual subway?
I did not, because when I ride the subway, one time a man showed me his cauliflowered scrotum.
Ooh,
and that was unpleasant.
I don't know what that means.
Try to take the word cauliflower.
Yeah.
Picture that in your mind. Now picture a scrotum.
Yeah.
And now imagine...
Hold on. What is a scrotum? Is that the ball sack?
Yes.
Ball sack, buddy.
Now imagine if they were one and the same.
Now, did he just whip it out, or did it just come out? Because sometimes
it just comes out naturally through conversation, I find.
So I can't judge a man for his scrotum coming out, because then I would be judging me.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh my goodness, you're right. People in glass houses shouldn't
Sink ships.
toss their scrotums around.
Yeah, break the glass.
I imagined it would not be as bad as that, but I did think it would be something surprising like that.
Wait, you didn't imagine the movie would be as bad as that, or you didn't imagine the man's scrotum was going to be as bad as that?
Yes.
Because looking at that guy, you probably wouldn't think that he's got like a
it's
cauliflower scrotum, right?
I'm going to see his testicles, and I'm going to think of a vegetable.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have thought that.
A top-tier vegetable at that.
Oh, did he have a mischievous face?
Yes.
Oh,
while he was
grin,
like
the
moving
mischievous
through
grin.
the cars,
Ooh.
and like other people got near him, and when they, I guess, saw the cauliflower scrotum, they went "Ay-ya!" and they ran like
Ay-ya!
physically moved.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a good vegetable, though. It's not like
Or as I
the vegetable I don't want to eat.
I saw him like, yeah, uh-huh. And he just kept moving on. I'm like, yeah.
Should fucking grabbed it. Give
Yeah,
him the
maybe.
old dick twist.
The old dick twist. And then the cauliflower breaks off and everybody's having a good time.
Hey, Kenny,
Yes, dear.
did you think this movie was gonna make you think less of the actors in it after having watched it? Do you think it was or was it gonna be a high moment in their career?
So, look, it's probably a high moment in everyone's career except Lance's, because I didn't know any of these people looking at it. And I actually, our little conversation about Lance already, I'd already been coming to the conclusion that Lance has just been in things and just for a paycheck. I wasn't expecting much out of Lance, but it's not tarnishing his legacy to me. It's just I want paychecks now. So, but I can't count on him for quality content anymore. So a little.
All right, fair enough.
You know what this movie felt like? It felt like
What did it feel like,
a low tier supermassive game.
Yeah, I give you. Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Kenny does though, and he can explain it. So they made The Quarry. They've got the Dark Anthology of Games.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Until Dawn.
There you go.
And
Two
this
people now know what
feels
you're talking
like
about.
the weakest one of those,
Now Lance Henriksen was fantastic in The Quarry.
which was their best one of those. Or
Yeah,
maybe
it's still a
second
toss
best.
up between that and Until Dawn. But those are their two big ones. The other ones
Yeah.
are still kind of fun. We need to finish those.
This would fit right into one of those.
Yeah, if it was
One of
good.
the lower tier ones because it's bad.
Did you know that this movie had some alternative titles?
Ooh, give them to me.
Like real alternative titles or ones you're about to make up?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
The first one I found, just doing an internet, sleuthing search was
Railed by D.
that's pretty good. Railed by D. No, the one I found was Thomas the Genre Blender Train.
Okay.
Also, when they were making the movie, the title they were running with was Ticket to Ride Off a Bluff.
Oh,
Ticket to Ride off a Bluff.
tickets right off a bluff. All mine have to do with getting railed.
I don't think that's
There's also
appropriate.
Just think about that.
there's also Choo Choo Motherfucker. There's
All aboard!
There's a Luther was the best person in this and they ruined him. He's a real one.
He's one of the best coal shoveling
He cared about his buddy.
engineers.
I
Couldn't
love
remember
him.
his name, but
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
it's gonna be okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. So look, let's fuel up the engine here. Let's get into this. Oh,
I mean it when I say there are 4 or 5 different genres of movie that this train ride takes us through.
this is true.
We start with the murder mystery.
Mm-hmm.
We then get put into the
heist.
good heist, and then we get the trapped in one location with a monster outside. Then we go into we find the Resident Evil house, and we're chased by a monster around there.
Sure.
And then we turn into a ghost story.
Now, what if I told you that I knew it was a ghost story the whole time?
I am
How?
The start of the movie, you've got those trick-or-treaters or whatever,
Oh, and I'm going to talk about them.
and they have a long stare at Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Evelyn? Is that her name?
Evelyn Hyde.
as she comes out of the mist, and she's
Yes.
staring back. And right there, I wrote down, she's a ghost. They're all ghosts.
You're amazing, Daniel.
Well, if nobody knows trash like Daniel, he's a trash goblin.
This movie opens with train sounds, and then we transition to CGI underwater, and this is where
And
Ryan
I thought
went,
they were cool.
this is, no, this is gonna be bad. Because then, like,
This
oh,
is
the
awesome.
train,
Yeah.
the train car is already under the water and there's bubbles. I'm like, oh, are we just starting from this position? And then something smacks on the glass.
Well, that's probably another clue that it's ghosties.
That's also that'd be a bold start. I kind of like the idea of a movie just starting right there in the fucking like
immediately
we're in the
after
shit.
whatever
and then
caused
like everyone
yeah.
wakes up. Yeah, because like I don't know, we all got knocked unconscious.
That would be better too, because that would be better too.
That's Resident Evil. That's
that'd be
the
better
cube.
than what we got.
This movie, I started off very happy with this movie because I thought I was going to get that movie we talked about from the poster. That didn't happen. I thought the underwater shots looked sick. They didn't actually look good, but I was like, oh, that's fun.
They made me seasick.
Train horror. I
thought the use of the Hogwarts train and then just darkening that footage up was very effective.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. And look, there's a lot of train horror that's good.
True.
A lot of good ones. So I'm like, this could be good. And then we get like, those trick-or-treaters you mentioned. It was like, what? It's like the little kind of, was it like a Asian dude or something with a top hat? And then like two ladies. And as soon as I seen them, I was excited because they were serving me like characters out of like the Hatchet film vibes. Like I thought that was the quality of movie we were going to get, possibly.
Oh, okay.
Because, it looked, at that point in time, the movie was shot, I thought, really well. Like, it felt very cinematic.
Yeah, the
but
music
also,
is pretty good in this, too.
Yeah, like, it's looking good. I didn't have
Are you
confidence.
joking?
No.
Are you train railing me right now?
No.
The music was good. Okay.
The music was good.
I've made 2 notes about the music, and they haven't happened yet in the movie. But when they do, we're gonna circle back to this statement.
Ask me if
that
the
you
music
just
fit. Ask me if the music fit. That's a different thing.
I did say sick beats, so I think I was on board with Daniel right there on the music at that point. But did either of you go, oh shit, it's the penguin? When was it the host walks by? Was that the host? No, that
Why would
was,
it be the penguin?
Because another guy
dude
walks
was
by
like
in a
6
top
feet
hat.
tall.
He's a tall penguin. He's an emperor penguin, and he's got the fucking cane out.
I did not think the penguin. No,
I thought I got
that's
penguin
not a
vibes.
thought that I had. I don't know
You
how
don't have
you
a
would
lot
have
of thoughts.
penguin vibes.
I thought, here
'Cause he was
comes
dressed
crusty
like the damn
Scrooge.
penguin. That's why. Top hat. He had like a cane, which could have been the umbrella. I'm pretty
Colin
sure
Farrell
he
did not look like that.
I mean, Colin Farrell, looks like whatever he wants to look like. He can do it all.
He didn't look like that.
Remember when he walked off into the mist, and I'm like, ooh, that's
The penguin?
That sure is a cool shot. I'm not sure what it means, but that's a cool shot, though. And then I thought he had morphed into the lady.
That was very profound, Ryan.
The guy with the top hat and the cane, as he came through, he looked like a crusty Scrooge.
Okay.
And then as he
Okay,
walks off
not a
into
penguin.
into that steam mist, I'm like, okay, sure. That's a cool shot, though, but I don't think it means anything. And then wait, did he just morph into a lady?
Oh, hell
Ghosts.
yeah.
Because that's when we get Daniel's lady coming out of the mist in the yellow dress, and followed by the rest. I thought, okay, so the rest of the cast is now following you to get on the train? That's weird.
It's like an entourage walk.
You would have wanted that if you weren't supposed to know like who was part of the cast, but it seemed like they all knew who was part of the cast.
Well,
okay. by cast, I meant like this
I want you
movie's
to know
cast.
how disappointed I was when I realized the 3 trick-or-treaters that we just seen
You weren't going to see them
get
in
on the
movie.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize they hadn't got on the train, so we start like poking around.
Well, they
and
said
showing...
that the theater car is expensive and they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay. All I know is
that
Cat
made me
Lady looked
sad.
real confused as she was staring at Evelyn in the mist. But if you knew she was a ghost right off the bat, then maybe she didn't actually see her. She was just seeing like a ghostly figure or something.
Daniel's our trash whisperer, and this movie's trash, and he whispers to it, and that's how he knows.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go do a haunted train murder mystery dinner?
I've done a murder mystery dinner.
Yeah, I wasn't invited.
I don't know that I'd want to do that, but I would want to do one because they do ones where like you're allowed to move wherever and go wherever while it's happening, right?
Oh, you want to do a full Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I've done that as well.
I would do that, and
Son
then
of a
I would just Blair Witch in a corner.
So the problem with the ones where you can move wherever is that there is scenes happening that
I'll miss the scene.
you are
I don't give a fuck.
completely unaware of, and the other players aren't good at sharing information. The cast
it's competition. It's a
That's fair.
competition.
I mean, it's supposed to be fun, but
No.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Look, that guy in the bowler hat,
Yeah.
who was like in a real hurry to get on that train, bumping into people, cutting line. Douche. What a douche.
Nice
Well,
hat,
yeah,
though.
he turns out he was a douche.
Look, we'll at least do an escape room when you get here, Ryan. So fucking Luther shows up with that deep
COVID
ass
didn't
voice.
kill all the escape rooms?
Nah, bro, they're still cooking. We've done escape rooms since COVID. If anything, though, it gave them time to actually be like, okay, this room's been open long enough to actually reset and have a bunch of new rooms. So, we're good. But seriously, though, Luther was a big man, and then he opened his mouth, and then he's a big, deep man, and I'm like, well, I'm a little wet. Big man.
Big man with a shovel.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is Kenny's Lee Pace moment, I guess.
I mean, I guess.
It's
sure.
fine. We get so we get all our dinner parties sitting on the train, and then I said, did that boy just sit down with some lady he doesn't know? And it was the Eugene character.
Talking about Eugene? Okay.
Yeah, and then he starts telling her that she fucked up her look. Her makeup's all bad. Like, oh, I don't know, that color shouldn't be on your color wheel.
Yeah, it doesn't match. That's my note exactly. Color wheel guy Eugene.
But then he does something else I liked.
Oh my god.
He figures out that the one girl's friend is friends with one of the actresses because their makeup is similar.
You liked that. I thought that was obnoxious of him. Also, I pointed out.
Well, I liked
he
it
was-
because it's like, oh, you could be like a detective man or something. If,
Well,
if all your suspects were ladies with makeup.
At first, I was on board with what you were saying, but then he reveals that this is his 15th
Yeah, that's a problem.
murder train he's been on.
Why is that a
that guy
problem?
kind of turned into that guy from the Menu who had been to the place like a billion times.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna ruin it for everyone else.
Oh,
because
okay.
he's like, oh, well, I've done this 15 times. Oh, they're always a little bit different. It would be like me going to an escape room 5 times, and after the first time, I'm just ruining the puzzles for everybody in the group because I already know.
Second clue that this is all ghosts is, I guess, one of the guys walking along the train before it starts tells the conductor or whoever to have a great ride. See you on the other side. The other side of death.
Did he
Sure.
say that?
No, he didn't say the other side of death. I'm
Okay,
saying
I
I
was gonna
mean,
say, I don't remember
if
that.
he wouldn't have said that, but the other side, the monster is a metaphor for death, right? They're running from it or whatever.
Well, I mean, no.
Oh,
Lance Henriksen says that, but no.
I mean, if
You think there was a literal monster that killed them after they went off the tracks?
No. I think at that point in the movie, no, I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it.
I can make do whatever I want.
I think what Ryan was about to say is at that point the movie had gone off the rails.
No, Daniel, no, don't do it, Daniel. Don't do it.
Choo choo!
Take a shot every time that happens.
You're better than
Look.
this, Daniel.
I'm
We're
not.
not. He's not. It's really not. You know what? Who is better though?
Who?
All the bit players that aren't part of our main cast, like the crew, and just the crew, the working set, like the conductor, the guy with the camera who takes their picture all together. Everyone, like I referred to them as the middle-aged cast because they were all like older actors than our guests, and they were all fantastic. I thought
They
Our
were fun,
Guests
yeah.
all sucked.
I thought, well,
I didn't really have a problem with any of the guests except
no,
for
they grew on me.
except for Eugene.
Eugene sucked.
I came back around on Eugene. He seemed cool.
Of course you did, because if you were going to be a character in this movie.
You think I'm color wheel guy Eugene?
Yeah, I think
That is
you
true.
absolutely open with a woman by negging her.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Oh.
much like Eugene, you're not handsome enough to do a negging.
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
That's why I use a sock puppet.
Okay, we're moving the camera around in the
Well,
train
I'm not.
car. Well, yeah, you might be, but we've got our movies cast of people that are just boarding the train as guests, and then we're showing off the actors as part of the thing. We're doing all this setup. Did you guys think? What do you guys think of that Wario-looking motherfucker? I was like some fake-ass mustaches. Like, that guy in the back is fucking upside down. And then they get closer and they tried to make it look like it was, the little, like, curly cues, but it really just looked like it was upside down. I referred to him as Wario.
Well, that's an industrialist mustache.
Yeah, and then they were telling all these character names, and I gotta tell you, I just didn't fucking care.
We've got let's talk about the ones where actually after everything has gone terribly, terribly off the rails, who we're left with. We have Evelyn Hyde. Now, why is Evelyn here?
Why is her last
Supporting
name
her
Hyde?
friend. Her friend bought her a ticket.
We have Antonia and Abigail. Abigail is like, I don't know, 13,
I'm sorry,
14?
is it Abigail or Abigail?
Abigail?
Let him cook.
What did you say?
No, it's what you said.
It's what you said.
You said Abra, A-B-R-A, Gale.
That's because she's magic, buddy.
And if you checked my notes, you'd see that's exactly how I've spelt it. So, but I think you might be correct. And I typed a R where it didn't need to be.
I don't think Abigail's the name, but it should be.
It is now.
I think that is a beautiful name, Abigail.
Because she's magic.
So Abigail,
we got
her
Ron.
nanny, host, Antonia. We've got Thomas, who's here because his brother couldn't make it, or he couldn't make it last year with his brother, but now his brother couldn't make it this year, so he came alone.
Dead brother, sad.
Or is he?
These things happen. We move on. And Evelyn says...
Was there an incident?
Evelyn says, do we? And sad face and music change. Oh.
Because they're dead.
There's another clue.
On.
They haven't moved on.
Literally didn't.
Yeah.
Dang. This is a different movie. It's still bad if I knew what Dale knew.
Yeah.
In fact, it's worse because you're mad about what it is.
We get Eugene. We get...
Evelyn. We got Abigail. Got...
Yeah.
Those are the 5 I wrote down.
We got we got Lise? No.
These are the ones that somewhat survive getting out of the train eventually, so let's just stick with that. The other ones we'll mention as they come up.
Or we'll forget they existed. No Gabos yet, but I felt like there should have been. Because if his brother had an incident, that's what I got. And we got the douchebag in the bowler hat, or is it a derby? I don't know. It's a nice hat.
I thought that he was going to be part of the murder mystery cast.
He was sitting over there with them, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he was just such a obvious douche that I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a performance. He's embedded within the normals, right? And he's playing it up for him.
Yeah, and he's perving real hard on the candy gal, just like Harry and
touching
Ron
her frills.
Did. Yeah, I'll eat your candy, girl. That's what Harry said, if I recall my Potter lore.
So that did not happen in Harry Potter.
We agree to disagree. At this point, I decided they probably rated Goodwill for all these costumes, which is okay. It's okay. It's fine.
That's where I go for my clothes.
I got a lot of clothes from there. It's
Yeah.
great. Good deal. This is a part where I realized that the original trio of trick-or-treaters did not get on the train. I'm like, did they even get on the train? What the hell?
Well, I mean, there are all these cars, all the different cars.
Yeah, I
Maybe
was
they're
hoping
they're just on a non-fun car.
Yeah. We get our dinner showing up.
Yeah.
And Evelyn starts seeing these badly done
hallucinating cockroaches. The cockroaches aren't hallucinating. She's hallucinating.
Yeah, they never really explained that. Why is she seeing cockroaches?
Because she's dead.
Yeah,
okay.
Death
Why
imagery.
does that mean she's... Yeah.
Why did they also appear under her plate? Look.
Just wait till I point something else out that'll really fuck with this whole thing.
Okay, well, I assumed that she had recently watched the Cockroach Creepshow segment and it had her all messed up. So
I assumed she was...
What a weird assumption.
Mentally unstable.
That could be safe to assume as well.
By saying, no, it wasn't her, it was something in the train itself. Kind of gas releasing in the train car to make people go a little funny.
The
Right,
furnace
but that's
fumes
not the
were
movie
coming
we
back
had.
into the car.
Sure, because when we get to the point where Abigail is also seeing her arm
sorry, who?
bleed. Abigail?
Abigail?
I'm going to go Abigail.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to call her Abigail, but you didn't.
Well, but now you got me worried that I don't know what to do.
Much like this movie, you're not getting what you want.
I'm going to hug myself and just rock back and forth a little bit and pretend I'm on a train. A slow train.
When that host comes out, did you guys get a good look at his eyes?
They were kind of milky.
Is he drunk? Is he...
He's high as fuck, I think.
Or they just filmed this really late at night? And this was not his day job. He had something else to do,
Or those are
so
just
he showed up
contact lenses.
No,
Why would
they
want
look
to
dry
make his
and
eyes
angry.
bloodshot? Yeah, he needed Ben Stein to show up.
The mind is unforgiving for the soul who cannot speak.
Sure.
Is that a line in the movie?
The host?
He's the best thing in the movie.
Bet I'll watch...
after Luther.
No, better than Luther. Luther could not carry the kind of dialogue that the host gives.
You didn't give him a chance.
No, Luther's dialogue was kind of like stilted and awkward, but...
That's just how he is. He's not an actor.
Okay, well, generally you want actors in your movie, so...
Generally, you want a good movie in your movie.
We can't have everything not
Pick
everything
one.
all at once everywhere, okay? But what we got was the host who is like a theater actor somewhere. I can feel it. Feel it in my eyeballs.
He's serving.
Oh, so nice. And he's introduces everyone in the murder mystery cast, saying their name, a little bit about their backstory. But then he goes to introduce everyone else on the train.
Ticket. Yeah.
And I'm like, even the paying guests? Oh, how do you know so much about everyone? I do love listening to you talk, though. But what is this? This movie is not what I thought it was going to be.
This is the movie that the Menu ripped off a lot of.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not going to give real information to any place I buy tickets to for things like this where they want all my personal details. I'm not doing it anymore because I feel like they're going to dig up my dark history and have
what dark history is that? Really, the darkest thing is that you're on a podcast. They bring that
pretty
up.
dark.
Oof.
I haven't seen the pictures of his feet yet.
If they were to expose that in front of all those trained people, that this guy runs a podcast for 12 listeners, oof.
Hey, we have someone in Scotland. We have someone in England. Is that right?
Yeah.
2 separate places. Okay. We've got people in, where else?
America.
All over America.
China.
Yeah.
China's here.
Taiwan.
China is here.
Hong Kong.
And Hong Kong. Okay.
Australia. Mexico. Look, okay.
All I'm saying is we have international listeners who are very happy.
Listeners?
All I'm saying is Abigail. God, I like that name better.
It is better. You've
better.
done a good thing out of your fucking mush mouth.
Yeah.
Look, everyone enjoy the host's performance there where he's straight up serving because you're not getting that again for the rest of the movie.
True.
No.
That is indeed the best performance of the movie. But my favorite part is while he's over there, dragging all the guests there, he starts talking to the host lady. What was her name? Abigail's, sorry, not host lady, Abigail's keeper?
Antonia.
And she just says back in Spanish, like, "Don't talk to me, evil man. I want no part of it."
And then he talks back in Spanish.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you're the one who got on the M train, lady. Okay.
Well, she's just doing her job.
Yeah, and this is the part where I decided I want this movie to do a deep murder.
Okay.
Where an actual murder happens and they stay in character for some reason.
Well, you almost got your wish.
I did, actually, yeah. While he's serving it, he's saying things like certain words in a very, I don't know, odd way. Like he's got some stretched pronunciations.
I have a theory that everyone in this movie's British, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true, but I want a job where I can weirdly pronounce common words. And then I remembered we do a podcast and I accidentally do that. But now Ryan is, proven to me that he's the master.
I'm up in the game. Yeah.
You are but the
once in
learner.
Once in a blue moon, a savant comes along and just shows you Abigail.
Yeah. Once in a blue moon.
I'm going to have to try to...
Mooner.
Moon.
A mooner loon.
A moon.
Sure do like French fried taters.
My mouth gets so dry that it sticks in weird places and out comes Abigail.
I'm just going to have to work really hard to put the stress on the wrong syllable.
I think so. I didn't like Eugene at first because once the host gets stabbed in the back and goes down, they're like, "Oh, did anyone else see anything happen?" And he says, "Oh, I might have, but it was dark."
And he gives useless comms. If you didn't see anything, shut the fuck up.
Yes, completely
shut the
useless.
fuck up.
And then, oh no, our hat guy became a gun guy.
But was he first a knife guy?
That's okay. Daniel, who killed the host?
Ooh, who killed the host? I'm gonna go with the industrialist.
Why? Because he's a Wario-looking motherfucker?
All right, here's my reasoning.
Yeah.
The industrialist building trains everywhere, because that's what they do, and we're on a train. That's all my thought. That's all my logic.
He wasn't a real industrialist.
No, but in the lore of the show that they were putting on.
Wait, was he not dead?
No, he wasn't actually dead.
Damn, he's a good actor.
Wait, no. Oh, wait, the host?
The host was not actually dead. That was part of the show.
The host is dead. No, it wasn't.
No, that was part of the show.
Did he ever get up?
No, it
after he
wasn't.
was stabbed in the back?
They don't break character until the gun gets pulled.
No, they do.
They don't.
I don't remember the host getting back up.
There's no blood on the ground from the host getting stabbed.
There's blood on there's blood on the singer's hands after she touches the knife.
That's
the wound.
That's fake blood.
And that's fake blood.
No,
rewatch
it.
Also, if you look on the floor, you'll see a marker for where he's supposed to be standing and then fall.
Just because he fell where he was planned to have fallen does not mean he was not murdered there. The both can be true.
I'm with Ryan that I think he's dead, but that's because
and for my theory about what happened, I need him to be dead.
Okay,
so it's very important to me that he's dead.
they switch up what they're calling the actors. They switch up what they're calling each other once the gun is pulled. But before that, they're still using their character names.
See, and that's good on you to actually pay attention to their character names, because I didn't care earlier, so I would have caught that. I'm saying, like, I must have blinked or something, much like I didn't see the original trio not get on the train. I feel like I didn't ever see the host get back up. Like, I think
they dragged him off.
They drag him off the movie
before the gun gets pulled out.
Yeah,
but then he doesn't come back.
No,
he's like, nah, shit's going on down in there.
Well, he doesn't come back because he's
dead.
He's a ghost.
I've come up with a crazy idea just now, so you have to help me work it out. Are you ready?
I will. I'm the man for this.
Let's assume I can't remember what it is or what the mythical name for God. This is why you should do research before. Whatever. Here we go.
Cthulhu.
Choo choo. Cthulhu tentacles. Greg.
Are you thinking Choo Choo Charles?
No, I'm thinking that the host is like a ferryman of the dead.
Okay.
Instead of on the river Styx and the boat ride, we've got this train in this situation.
Midnight meat train.
And so what his job is supposed to be is to take these souls and take them onto the other side. However, in this, because Evelyn refuses to do it, she's somehow like reliving this experience. And so is this all happening in her head? Is she recreating this? Is this what actually happened?
There was no monster. I think they just drowned.
When it actually happened, there wasn't a murder mystery on the train ride.
No, there was.
Oh, because
there's that cast photo at the end.
Is that a cast photo or is that just a photo?
Why would you just have a photo of these random people on a train?
Why not? Because taking a train was big deal, maybe?
Taking a train may be big deal.
And it's a murder mystery train, so that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
What'd they say? It was 96 years ago or some shit like that?
Like 1920 some bullshit. 1927, 1923, 1924.
One of the 1920s.
In my head, Evelyn is reworking what happened, and when the taker of souls, so to speak, shows up, she mentally stabs him in the back to get him away because she does not want to go to the other side.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
I had a similar thought process, yes. As I was going to bed, I was thinking about that and how much I hated this movie. But okay, if you're a ghosty,
yeah.
Would you know about like future technology? Not from your period of time.
Right. I would.
Because if this is all in her head...
How does she pull in the murder mystery stuff?
And also, there's a character who pulls in an out-of-time gun.
Yes. The two of them... Yeah, okay, so let's get to...
The one gun, which is just like a revolver, sure.
With a really long barrel.
Yeah, sure.
And he's holding it like comically...
But the other one pulls out like a 9mm.
Yeah, and then but the cigarette girl will pull out like a vertical double-barreled little 2-shooter.
Yeah, they had those.
And they had so the one that doesn't fit
is purse gun.
The 9mm with a clip in it.
Right.
And,
like
a handle.
Like a Glock.
Yes.
I caught that too, Daniel. So we're gonna say
where
it's
the
Halloween.
Fuck did that come from?
When the veils are thin and loose and stuff merges all around, and so she's able to pull from all different things.
It's very, very fluid.
I'm gonna call that a mistake.
So while you guys were talking about those mistakes, I just replayed the scene of the host going down. And yeah, they do just drag him out. There's a little spot on the floor from where he fell, like a stain. But I do want to point out that as they're trying to drag him out, the like maid type lady or whatever, she gets down on her ass in front of him and starts shoving on him with her feet to try to get him to slide. If he's not dead, that's not pleasant. What the fuck? They don't have enough strength to just drag him out of there.
He's a very big guy, and he's a very big guy.
Also, if there was a murder, you're not supposed to move the body.
Which is why that's part of the murder mystery.
Yeah, where's 1900s CSI? And then,
this is true.
DNA wasn't invented yet.
How long did you guys go on wondering if him pulling out the gun was still just a twist in the murder mystery show or not? Daniel wasn't very long because he knew the character names and he noticed them not using the character names anymore. I was riding it out for a little bit. Like, well, is that an interesting twist? What about you, Ryan?
I was willing to go even after he punches a woman in the face.
Oh my god. Yeah, he decks her.
because he's like, okay, this is just a simple train robbery. Everyone's going to give me your valuables, starting with you, pointing to the singer. And she's all like, oh, this is, you don't want this jewelry. It's not worth everything. Or no, she says, okay, he's not part of the show. He's not part. And then he clocks her right in the jaw. And I'm like, oh boy, they're really committed to this bit. Okay.
I thought it was, I was like, there's no way he just punched that lady. That's part of the show. And there's no way, like, someone in this show is going to have anything other than cheap-ass costume jewelry. So this isn't... Plus, who does a robbery during something like this? No one's going to believe it's real. So there's no way.
Well, I mean, that's probably how they would get the stuff. Because, like, you would think you're just going to get it back at the end of the show.
Oh, less resistance?
Yeah.
You see, that would work on the paying customers. That's not going to work on the cast, which is why they're not cooperating. And so once he rips the earring out of, I think, Catherine's ear and ends up shooting the other guy in the arm, I'm like, ooh, this escalated fast. I'm like, okay, murder mystery is over. We're now into the heist mode.
Yeah, and then we got that one dude whose brother mysteriously wasn't there. He pulls out a Glock.
Well, first, Thomas stood up and starts moving closer while the guy with the gun is pointing it. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening? I'm like, no, you're about to get shot. Oh, you're going to get shot. But then he said, that's not what we agreed. I'm like, oh no, you're in it together. Okay.
In it to win it.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's got a gun in here.
Yeah, it's that werewolf within
Yeah,
scene.
everybody's got a gun.
Yeah, well, I've got a gun. Oh, it's just a little shooter. I got a gun, yeah. Well, I will be in my room with my wife and my gun unless someone else wants my gun.
We've got some known unknowns on this train and some unknown knowns on this train.
Yeah, Cigarette Lady pulls out a gun and pulls it on Thomas, who's trying to stop the other guy from, like, shooting anyone else. Oh, man, this is just falling apart.
Right, because now frickin', the creepy guy hitting on the lady, they're together. So, creeps win again.
So from the murder mystery portion of this film, I was like, okay, I like how the host is talking. This is fun. Okay, that part's obviously over now. Now we're into the heist. I'm like, ooh, I'm really into this. Characters are interacting. There's like high tension, high stakes. Okay, this is fun. So this is, for me, still fun time in this movie.
I'm not having a good time at this point.
Oh, no.
Because the background music is ridiculously louder than the dialogue. And I had to go and find the subtitles and get those turned on so I could hear them because I couldn't.
I watch all our
TV
movies with subtitles now.
I typically do, but I didn't have them turned on automatically in this one.
That's how you get the character names.
It does help, and that's how you see like how they spell Abigail.
Yeah.
So it's around the time where you're discussing like you're always bragging. We know they're real diamonds. I'm like I can't hear what you're saying, and then she shoots her in the head while I'm turning on subtitles. I'm like, what the fuck? Also,
did a murder.
The gun she has at first here is also a fairly modern gun.
Oh, I wonder if... Okay, yeah.
She pulls out a second gun later, I think, and maybe. I remember her having an older style gun, but looking at it now, I really don't understand why the first guy had a... Well, I guess he's the only one that has an age-appropriate gun. So, never mind. I was confused why he had a sick revolver, but...
Once that woman gets shot in the head and Abigail starts going, this is not okay. It's not okay. Yeah, I'm with Abigail. That was not okay.
It's not okay.
You know what?
It's not okay to do a murder.
We should kill that other lady. This was not okay.
Yeah, and now it's no longer a murder mystery dinner. It's just a murder dinner, and that's less fun.
Also, how they're doing a train robbery where everyone can see their face.
Uh-huh. It's the 1920s, though.
Right, but at the time, I'm thinking everyone can see your face, so they're going to shoot everybody.
Yeah, you're all going to die.
You're all going to die. You see who these people are, so jump them.
Right, but I don't think they had that mentality in the 20s. That's how we're going to excuse a lot of their actions, is they hadn't watched a lot of TV back in the 20s.
Corn is always exciting.
Corn or porn?
This movie really likes steam porn. The amount of shots we get with steam just so seductively rolling out, lingering, passing through steam, coming.
The steam is a character
towards us.
Look, hey, Ryan's a little steampunk. The totally real shots of the train rolling down the tracks because the flapper girl has stayed back with the gun on the passengers, and they sent derby hat douchebag to go hijack the actual conductors.
I don't know why that was needed to be done.
Well, okay, so their escape plan has to be stopping the train at some predetermined place so they can escape. Because he looks at his watch when
But
he
if
starts
if you were a good
heist.
robber, you would know that the train has to slow down for this turn coming up, so you just jump off then.
I mean, or you could just get it to totally stop and kill everyone. But our boy Luther ain't gonna let him just fucking jack their shit up. He shovels him.
Not only does he shovel him, like he makes eye contact with his friend, gives his friend the signal to duck, and then comes around with the shovel.
Yeah,
And
they've
it's
done
like,
this
woof,
before. This is
Teamwork
20s.
makes the dream work, you know?
Yeah, and his friend still gets shot.
They both get shot, yeah, which is
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, he's look, that guy's a good shooter. Okay, yeah.
I
That's gotta
liked-
be it, right? They want to stop the train.
I liked the amount of blood. The character with the hat and the gun who went up was Clyde. I liked how much blood was just coming out of his throat.
Well, he
from
just
that-
got shoveled.
Yes,
From
Yeah,
that
that was
shovel to the
good.
throat. That I'm like, ooh, this is fun.
No, that was good. I like how we set up, from that incident where one of them falls and hits like the lever to increase the speed. Like that gets us our train accident.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I rolled my eyes a bit at that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we've seen it before.
Yeah. I'm like,
You honestly didn't need that because they were supposed to slow down for that turn anyway.
that's more exciting because now it's even faster.
That's fair. She, the crew, not the crew, the
Passengers.
passengers get the upper hand on the flapper girl, and I think when does the train rock or something, they all
They
fall
don't get
down?
the upper hand. They just leave the car.
Well, no, she gets knocked down, and then our guy who pulled out the Glock earlier goes over there and steals her gun, and it's when they're running away.
No, she has her gun.
No.
She doesn't
it's
pull
not
out
the
another
original
gun.
She pulls out another gun. I just watched the scene.
Pull into
she
your
pulls out-
stations. Pull into your
That's
stations.
dumb.
Tom, when Flapper Girl is
Well-
distracted, Thomas takes the bag of jewels and
No,
slaps.
he looks at it.
No, he smacks
wait,
her in
no.
the face with it.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about when she was already down.
Okay, so there is no other gun.
No, there is another gun.
Oh, Daniel, there's guns coming out of everything.
Everybody's
They all
got a
get guns.
gun.
It's coming out of the walls, the ceiling.
She's laying down. He eyeballs the bag of jewels. He grabs her gun. We don't see him take the little necklace for Evelyn that he gives her later, but I guess that he does. They're all running out of the car instead of just taking care of the problem right there unconscious. She pulls up that weird little purse gun, the one that's the double-barreled top-bottom, like the
It's
vertical
the one
barrel.
she pulled out to begin with.
It's not. Go watch it.
Yeah, it was like
I
a
ha-
little Beretta. Almost.
It was a little purse gun. It was a second gun.
That
I
she
respect-
used to
would've-
shoot
I
the woman in the
respectfully
head.
disagree, but I will not go back and watch it.
So yeah, I've got it playing, so you can trust me, dog. Don't
This
even worry
isn't the
about
biggest argument we're gonna have
it.
about.
Oh god, it's not.
So the train goes over, and I'm like, ooh, here we go down to JV Jones's locker. And okay, so the
So
train
only
derails at 34
Only
minutes.
one car. Okay, only one car goes over.
At this location, we don't see what happened to the other ones.
The other one's
But we
actually
also know
peacefully
later on.
reconnected.
We also know later on that only one went over. So if they had just moved to the
No,
front of the train,
no, Daniel, no, they all went over. This is the only one that got recovered.
but you see pictures of it.
Of the one that got recovered.
No. In the
I
pictures,
think they recovered all of them.
Yeah.
I thought that this
In the
train
pictures,
car
there's a lot more cars.
was
Well,
the one
because
that
It's on
got
their side.
The one they directly go inside of is the dinner car, and that's not the one that went into the water.
Oh, you're right.
Because it's all made back up to look like a dinner car. I love how a lot of this episode is just us trying to discuss what we think happened in the movie. Like, literally showed us on camera because we don't fucking remember.
I didn't pay this. I didn't know it was going to be pop quiz time on this stuff.
I didn't know you guys were going to ask me about the movie.
Okay, and now
I'm
That
getting,
train-
I'm getting
yeah.
irate. I'm getting mad.
So
That's
we've
okay.
shifted genres again.
we're into the
Ah.
third genre, but now we've got the survivors are Eugene, Antonia, Abigail, Thomas, Evelyn, Evelyn's friend Lucy, a guy named Ray, a guy named Matthew. They were both in the cast, and we're now in a completely different movie where we're inside the car, water in the car. They're using this, I'm going to say, bad blue light to simulate darkness, because I can see all of them perfectly clearly. but
I
they're
can see
pretend-
perfectly.
Yeah.
they're like bodies
Fucking
did
pretend
it
darkness,
better.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of things.
But-
I like to think Luther survived.
You can think that.
Okay, thank you.
He's
Yeah,
dead as
I'll
hell.
allow
'Cause
that.
They're
No,
all dead
Luther's
because
fine.
they're ghosts.
Not Luther. He's still alive. He's like 120 years old, big man, running around. He became president.
They assess
Of
their
the Union.
situation, and then they remember, oh, Thomas, you were in on that robbery that just happened, right? And then we get a sweet beat down where Matthew's just punching him in the face.
God, the camera work though, like it does like a weird like juddery after the first punch, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like it's a weird jump cut, and then he's still beating the shit out of him. But that happens right after the movie does a thing that I hate, and I think I hate watch the rest of this movie because of it.
What'd it do?
What'd it do?
We have our characters waking up in the train all disoriented,
Yeah.
and they decided to do a little thing to make us feel the disorientation by blasting a high-pitched ringing noise.
So
When they stopped playing it in the movie, my ear didn't stop ringing.
I don't remember this.
I might be old enough that it didn't
Yeah, I don't.
affect me. Like the
guys
Bumblebee
didn't hear that?
ringtone,
This
like
tone doesn't work.
it doesn't work on me anymore. I didn't hear that.
Oh Lord,
I
no.
don't remember this.
They do. They
Or it
play a
didn't bother
high
me.
pitched shrill thing where all the sounds are muted. I think we're like in Evelyn's perspective.
Yes.
And then there's a ringing on top of the muted sound. And yeah,
Oh,
I didn't like that because it was fucking loud. And I'm like, okay, this sucks.
I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, you guys got to get dog ears like me.
I gotta stop listening to my Nordic death metal. After while the
We've all
beatdown
been
is
there.
happening, Abigail says something that I disagree with.
What'd she say?
She said, while it's happening, she says, "Oh, stop! That doesn't help anything." I disagree. I think
It
Thomas
does-
needed to have his ass beaten at that particular moment.
They should kill him.
He wasn't going to do a murder robbery. He was just going to do a robbery. That's just that's
Doesn't
a
matter.
job
You're
in
part of the
20s.
thing.
You are untrustworthy, and in this situation, we need to be with trustworthy people.
You see how quickly he flipped on his friends?
He's gonna flip on you.
Or perhaps he'll conveniently forget he has a gun for a long period of time and not shoot the monster?
That's
He has
true.
2 guns.
He doesn't have to.
Hey, it does.
He
You know what?
does.
We get monster time though, because we get monster noises and everyone forgets about it. Ooh.
Oh, did
ooh.
someone say ragtime?
No,
It's
I was gonna
ragtime.
say, Daniel Kinney. What time is it?
Monster time.
No, it's axe time. Jeez, come on.
Axe time?
The
Yeah.
critter chittered.
When
I
he
don't know
just
why he
like
did
took an
that.
axe to that really flimsy door and it fell apart. And
Oh
could
my
just swim
god,
out.
yes. So, okay, look.
Could have just swum out.
For the audience that
Yeah,
hasn't seen this movie and probably never will, it's not just a thin door. If you've ever been in a trailer or just a older cheap ass house, they've got that fake wooden paneling they'd put on the walls.
I don't like you mansplaining walls.
Don't worry about it.
I appreciate it. Keep going.
So it's not even a half-inch thick. Like it is purely like a decorative thing you put up. Think of it as wooden wallpaper. I mean, the shit is so fucking thin. You could peel it in half with your hands. And he's going to town on it with this axe like he's trying to get through like a 4-inch thick door or something. And you see every time he hits it, the whole thing is like folding back and forth like a piece of paper. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
It's,
And then, Daniel's right. The bottom of the train is already open because, the water's getting in through there. Our train car is not like the poster fully submerged. It's like maybe like a 16th of the way in the water.
Explain this to me. How they can be in the middle of a body of water, not sinking,
It's not that deep, bro.
just chilling. Like the movie's not
It's
that
a,
deep, or the water's not that deep.
Both.
Then how does it sink?
Well, it's on a sand barge in the lake.
I-
Or
okay,
A sand
so
barge. You
Whatever
say.
that thing is, they do exist.
creatures?
Yeah, like they're not that far away from the coast. All right, I don't know what the geological
Oh, I
term
assumed this
for
was a
these
lake.
things are. Oh, you thought this was a lake? Oh, okay. Was it?
The train goes on a bridge
I think
over
it's a
the top
lake.
of something. So
I
if
think
it's
it's a
not a
lake.
lake, it's a bay.
I think it's a lake.
At most, it's a bay.
I'm gonna
It's
say
next to
again.
the
I think
ocean.
it's a lake
Why would you build a train going over a lake?
because you be easier. It's quicker than going around. Maybe it's a big lake, like the Great Lake. Think how big the
That's-
Great Lakes are, right?
Daniel,
They're
the
great.
answer is Evelyn created it from her imagination
Imagination.
because this whole thing is about her.
well,
Selfish. So very selfish.
She
they are
is.
selfish. Okay, look, they had to chop down that thin wall because he needed to see how far to the shore it was. And,
Okay.
how far is it?
You want to know
to the shore?
something interesting? I noticed. At least I think I noticed is when he's in the water swimming.
Doesn't
All
do a
they
very
did.
good job.
No, all they did was flip the camera around, and now the camera is pointed at the train car, but at an angle where you can't see it because they only had so much water set.
Oh.
because I think you can kind of see the wheel.
Well, that's intentional because he hasn't gotten that far away. Look, Daniel.
No, but he's swimming towards it.
Once he goes into the water, the soundtrack switches to old school Warcraft music.
That's true.
Yeah, he's swimming out there to try to get a better look at the land.
Challenge me. You pull it up. You listen to it. You listen to when it's happening. All my listeners, all of you.
All of you.
Not wow.
The crossover
but old
of
school Warcraft
listeners who are A, gonna watch the movie, and then B, have also stuck the CD for Warcraft or Warcraft 2 into a CD player as one person, and his name is Ben.
That's fair.
Yes, but the Venn diagram can expand if you just.
Oh God.
Now, why did Matthew have to swim back? Why couldn't he just get to the shore and rave with his flashlight so they could see?
So he went out there.
I don't know.
He went out there to see how far it was, and then he kind of gets a little pull under. We think he's dying from a creature, but it's also maybe he can't swim. That seems also probable. And then he swims back, and I think Eugene's like, "Wait, how far is he?" He's like 100 yards. It's like a football field, and I just want to tell you guys, technically, from end zone to end zone, a football field is 120 yards. I think it's like 130 for a Canadian football field. So
hold on. How long was the football field in 1920 something?
Oh, 3 miles.
I'll Google it. I'll fucking Google it right now.
I wish Santa Jaws was here to eat them all.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm sitting there, they're swimming around. I'm like, please tell me they blew their entire budget on a sick-ass creature at least.
Well, two things. One, I didn't think it was possible for someone to overact being dragged underwater by a monster, but this guy did it.
Oh, yeah.
And what I did like was the flashlight as it's being pulled underwater. It's kind of like swirling around, like going down a drain. Oh, I really like that.
You like how
his hair kept getting into his eyes that he couldn't see anyway. So that's maybe why he had to come back, because his front top bangs just kept coming over his eyes. I gotta come
curtains. Back, and maybe you give me a haircut and then I go back out.
Yeah, it's fine. Just give a little trim. Use the axe.
That's not a swimming hairstyle.
Football fields have always been as long as they are. Fun fact. There you go.
Oh, thanks. He tries to get back on the train, but then the creature arm reaches up and grabs him, and now everybody's panicking. Everybody loved Raymond, and now he's gone.
we get literally the best exchange in the entire movie here. It is when Abigail saw what happened, and so but then she's saying they're really grilling her, and she's like, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying something took him. That's Abigail. And then Lucy says, what are you saying? Are you saying something took him?
Yes, that's literally what she said. I wrote that down too.
Oh man! But then there's some bubbles in the water within the train car, and one of the characters.
And the guy who was shot is like, "Hey guys, something's happening," and they're just ignoring him, which you shouldn't be ignoring him because he was shot. So you should give him a little bit of attention to begin with.
He gone. That was Raymond, yeah.
That was Raymond.
Hey, guys.
But, Lucy jumps in the water after Ray gets grabbed, and then we get the best tug of war I've seen in a while.
Oh, this was very good. This
was good. So we get our first look at the creature popping out. We see all its teeth. She's reaching, like she's trying to swim back, reaches her arms out. We reach out, grab her arms, right?
Well, I did not.
Well, yeah, but spiritually we did.
I did not.
And then the creature reaches back up again, which as soon as the creature stands up and releases its grip, she should have been getting pulled forward if they were actually tugging. But instead, she doesn't move, and the creature reaches up, grabs her arms, and just rakes its hands down her arms.
Oh my, gloves her arms.
Oh, yeah. Gooey skin rip.
Good
Very
stuff.
Good. And I liked the creature. It wasn't the best, but it was a decent creature. It was better than a lot of the other shit in this movie. And then, yeah, her arm rips right off and back out into the water. And then the creature jumps up again because Evelyn stays next to the water and does like a choke. And then what's his nuts fucking remembers he has a gun.
Yeah, he forgot till now. But
he forgot. I had wished Evelyn had taken the arm and tried to beat the thing with it a couple times.
Yeah.
Let's lean to the slapstick a little bit, or the ridiculousness of it. No.
The amount of time these characters spend just continuously standing in and around the water, over and over again.
It's some real Deep Blue Sea energy.
Yeah. It's not smart. Eugene's still like pinned under a beam, right? They haven't really. He sits under it the whole time. So Thomas stays there to try to help him because the ladies he sent them like after he shot the creature, like, oh, you guys go. I'll
because the train car starts going into the water.
It starts sinking.
Yeah, the lake remembers it's deep. It's deep.
I'm sorry, what?
It's it's a deep wave lake. Shit. Fuck.
Okay, the lake gets deep dick down. And the train car submerges, yes.
Yeah, and we're all swimming back to the shore.
I'd like to point out that, okay, the train derailment happens at about 34 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And then they get out of the train and it sinks at 48 minutes into the movie. So we were only in the poster for about 14 minutes.
Yeah, that poster lied.
We were only in the trailer for, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. I'm just, okay.
Look, it moves along pretty good at a certain point. Evelyn does a sick dive. I want to point that out. A sick dive when she gets in the water. Look, this is the part where I was like, I liked the idea of this movie, but the execution could have been a lot better. But then we all get to the shore. I don't remember if Eugene has popped back out yet. I think he did. The Abigail gets brought back into the water by a creature because we're all standing by the water. And then what's her, Antonia?
Yeah, she goes in and karate chops him.
She
really does.
She chokes it.
I was like, hell yeah.
She rear guard chokes that mofo.
And it worked.
Yes, it works.
So at this point I decided this movie is The Shape of Water, but it's like that video where the dude has the little shape cutout thing for kids where they match the wooden blocks shapes to put it in there, but he keeps putting all the shapes into the square hole because they all just happen to fit. Like that's this movie. Like it keeps trying
a bunch of different pieces.
Yeah.
That ultimately don't come together to form a cohesive whole.
Well, it's...
Yeah, they're filling their hole with the wrong things. And now, like you said, we're out of the train car that the trailer, showed us the whole second. I was like, how do we still have 30 minutes left in this movie? We've done the movie.
Because now we're going to wander around a Resident Evil style building. And I thought, okay, here you want crazy, like, babies in the tunnel theory.
Did you think this was like a lab that they created the monster in?
Yes, I did. And I thought we were going to be uncovering some like government secret lab and that would be ongoing and there'd be more monsters in here that's popping out. We'd get technology, we'd get mad scientists, and this would just like completely go somewhere I hadn't thought. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Is the characters just wandering around a little bit until Eugene gets eaten.
Now let me point this out. They leave Eugene with Abigail. This is the buddy system. She wanders off. He gets eaten.
Abigail
she killed
don't have
that
time
man.
For this. She
killed that man.
Off.
And she took responsibility for it.
This is only the first man in this movie she's killed. She'll kill another.
Eugene had it coming. Eugene is a horrible human being because if you recall, when he swims back to shore, like after the before the chokeout scene, he swims back and they're like, oh, where's Thomas? And he's like, he just left me. But then he's like, but I felt hands pushing me out the window. I think he saved me.
Well, no, those were Jesus' hands.
So Thomas is, bad because he left him, but also Thomas or Jesus saved him. So which is it, Eugene?
I'm going to say Eugene killed himself because when he wanders off and starts eating sardines, like he hears monster sounds, but he just keeps that to himself and doesn't try to go get anyone or alert anyone. So you know what? I'm glad he's dead.
So you're glad she killed him.
I'm glad she killed. We get a weird Thomas and Evelyn heart to heart by a window where he gives her back the locket.
Yeah, this is like...
Was this yours?
Now what movie is this? What is this?
And the locket, doesn't it just have a mirror in it?
That's what we find out later.
Like, this is what happens like when your player characters show up to the game with too much backstory.
They gotta get it out.
And then they gotta get it out no matter what.
Oh, God. First
none of you is going to do that to me, right?
Oh, I won't have any backstory. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
My character was born today.
Solomon Grundy.
I don't even remember the name.
He shouldn't have eaten their food. That's why he died. Oh, so when we get the Eugene kill, we come back, okay? We're trying to find Eugene.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we see the creature standing there, and its two mouths are open, and you just see Eugene's face in there. So it's implying that it swallowed Eugene whole.
Do you think it swallowed him whole, or did it just chomp his head off and now he's swallowing his head?
No, because I think the face still it implies like he's still alive until the final bite. So either A, it's...
Okay, so Eugene went for a little nappy, Okay, and then the creature just slowly fucking.
He got anacondaed.
He got anacondaed.
So it's either that, either A,
first.
Eugene gets swallowed whole and is still alive, and he's like, oh shit, and then it does a chomp, which his face is completely behind all sets of teeth at that point, so good luck with the chomp. So either A, that happens, which I have a problem with, because the creature is literally the same size it was before it ate Eugene.
He'd be a chubby boy. He'd have trouble moving around.
Boy. Or this thing just takes a vague shape, but really it's hollow, and it's like a venom, like symbiote.
I believe I said venom earlier.
You did. So it wraps around him as a goo, and then like dissolves him that way. And now, basically, I don't know. It was just Eugene wearing the suit, and that was kind of dumb. But it was a fun shot.
It's fun, like when it crunches down, the blood starts pouring out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. They run away now. We got Abigail, Thomas, and Evelyn. So they're running, because why not? We're in what the hell is this place? Was this like a canning facility? It's abandoned building, abandoned Resident Evil building. They run, they find...
From the 20s.
From the 20s. They find the red, what was that? A door? A hatch?
Well, there's a couple.
So I thought it was like a hatch, and I thought they were going to like pull it down.
No, if you pull it down, Thomas can't get eaten vertically.
Exactly. Which Thomas only gets eaten because him and fucking Abigail are having a stare off for some reason. Why are they staring at each other?
It's because
she remembered he did a robbery.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to be there.
I thought he was sacrificing himself. I didn't.
But it took so long.
It took so long. Yeah. Or we can say his ghost is no longer wants to run from death.
Well, that's the thing, right? All the characters that end up dying, they no longer want to run from death.
Or are they just recreations from Evelyn's memory, and they're not actually, even as ghosts, they're not actually there?
Nah, I think they're all ghosts, and they all just get stuck reliving the same night. They all reset. It's my kind of...
That makes Evelyn the worst.
Well, yeah, because she's the only ghost that will like remain a ghost. The rest have given up the ghost and are ready to move on.
That's right. But Evelyn's not if she can help it.
That's why she goes back to the train to restart.
You know what? Evelyn would do a lot of things for love, but she can't do that.
She won't do that.
She can't do that. God. Okay.
I like how they say, like, how long are we gonna run from this thing? I'm like, just until you get away from the water.
Well, you don't know that.
I don't think they really survive too far away from the water. If they did, more people would know about these things.
You don't know that. 1920s? You don't know that.
I think I was with Kenny on this. I was surprised that this creature came into the building. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. The movie's not making sense to me, Daniel.
Yeah, I know.
It does that a lot.
So now Abigail and Evelyn get to have a heart-to-heart about death. Now, when's our time to go? And Evelyn's all, well, you know what? It doesn't get to make that decision. Our lives are our own, and we decide when. And Abigail's all like, nah.
Nah, fam.
Nah, I'm gonna walk out and just get eaten now.
I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah, she's like, nope, I ain't running anymore. And Evelyn doesn't do a damn thing about it until she's like, open the door and staring at the creature. And the creature's just like crouched down there.
Yeah, why is the creature crouched down?
I am upset that we didn't get to see Abigail ripped to pieces.
Yeah, a lot of things upset me in this movie.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, was that a dream?
Yeah, was it a dream? Because she wakes up.
She wakes up, and I'm like, wait, okay. Well, she goes to the door, and then she comes back, and then we get a jump scare because a creature is now behind her.
Creature's behind her.
But that didn't happen.
And then she wakes up.
Yeah. So what?
And then I write down what the fuck.
What the fuck?
But not in fun like, oh, what the fuck was that way, but in like an angry way.
Well, I wasn't angry. I think as each time we switch genres in this movie, I went from, okay, good. Oh, this is really good. This is okay.
No. Never said that.
And then,
oh no.
I was once on the train car when the woman gets shot in the head. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be fun. I was wrong. That's what I thought. To get out of this place, she just knocks over two like flimsy boards.
Well, that's how they came in, though.
That's how they got in, yeah.
Yeah, they just
what?
Found an opening into the building through that hole there.
Oh, yeah. Unclear to Ryan, because I thought that was like the door from that room they were in, and I wasn't sure like how that was supposed to keep the monster out.
You would think that.
Yeah, they weren't trapped in the building. They went there for sanctuary and then decided that, okay, now it's in here. Well, we got to get back out. And
I'm not entirely sure why they went in there. They could have kept walking.
Away from the water. Instead, she leaves and then goes running through a creek, which a creek is filled with water.
Oh?
Yeah, but the creek is like production value because that exists and it was nice looking.
It's a good little creek. I've been in creeks like that. And she just goes running, though. She's following the creek.
Is she a runner? She a track star.
What does she find?
The railroad tracks.
And now we're in a completely different movie. Now what does she do?
Follows those
Keeps running
tracks.
down the tracks.
Back to start.
To the
Back
start,
to the source.
Which I'm like, that's the first bit of civilization you find? Is where you came from?
Yeah, a bustling city at night. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, because it's daylight when she's running.
Took a
And
long time.
You hear the host talking right now, like it's going back over what the host was saying in the beginning. Like, oh, it's all part of the plan, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, maybe you don't use life advice from the host of a murder mystery thing, because he's just reading, lines. But, okay, go back to the start. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, oh, okay. She runs past a marker there that says, like, 1927 on it. We're getting all these shots of her going through this lush forest, running barefoot. This went on way too long. That's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Well, but then once we get back to the train station at night again, Evelyn comes back out of the mist and she meets like I'll call her train station young lady who pulls her in the office because touches her, pulls her into the office. And Daniel, this is when I said, oh, there is no train. It's a ghost train because...
Is it because of how she reacts to the calendar?
No, because Evelyn is explaining the train wreck, and the train lady's
And she's
station lady's
confused.
like,
Yeah.
"What? Let me
Yeah.
let me write this down." And I'm like, "Oh."
right. So you think Evelyn got on a ghost train, but not that Evelyn was a ghost because she touched her.
At that moment, yes. But then I'm like, okay, so
I got
train
you.
lady thinks she's crazy. And they're like, let's go talk to Manny. And so they go outside. But then, Daniel, to your point, Evelyn starts looking around the office and we focus on a modern phone, some glasses, a water bottle, a computer, a surveillance camera, and a calendar that says October 2018. And then she pulls out the locket to look at herself in the mirror.
I still wasn't looking at ghost here. I still was just like, okay, this is weird. She says her name is Hyde, and I'm thinking like, yeah, her last name's Hyde. And I'm thinking, wait, is this secretly a Jekyll and Hyde all along? And it turns out Evelyn is also a creature, and she didn't realize it. That she was gonna creature because she starts banging on the door on the inside, like because she has this realization that like, oh, maybe I'm a werewolf too.
I mean that doesn't. I mean,
oh, it didn't fucking work. But did anything in this movie?
I don't know. Look, I don't know.
I think you take out the ghost part, the parts where they're a ghost, get rid of that, have it go from murder mystery, heist, and then what would you call that? Shipwreck or whatever the fuck.
One location, isolated location with a ticking bomb.
You just do those three and you've got a solid movie. I think.
Right. You have $10,000 in your budget. $5,000 goes to 15 minutes of Lance. $5,000 goes towards your creature. You steal the train.
I don't even think you need the creature.
I always want a creature.
I like the creature.
Oh, I did say when I did the Jekyll and Hyde thing that would be dumb. So I already knew I was dumb. I see that now. Look, she tries to give some serious acting there when she's doing like you're not understanding me speech, and it weirds me out because she's doing this and there's like so much emotion in the lower part of her face, but you look at her eyes are just staring and there's like nothing going on there, and it's like
she's a ghost.
It's very weird. Oh, she was doing some very good ghost acting there. Okay. All right.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about acting in this.
It was weird. Like, it threw me off. Like, how can you animate your lower part of your face like that, but then have your eyes just not
Well, that's acting.
move? Yeah, I'm not an actor. Yeah, Ghost Train. I didn't.
And then we realized that we paid for Lance's name, so we gotta have him back in the movie to do a tour that's saying, yes, this is what happened. All these people were on a car ride. A train ride. Train went over. No bodies were found. Everyone died. We don't know what happened. We brought one of the train cars back. It's this one right here. Here's all the relics we found in it. Oh, look at this photo. And I mean, the station lady who just had the experience with Evelyn, once she looks at the photo, she just looks at it. She doesn't say, oh yeah, that's the bitch.
Yeah, they totally. So
I mean,
they wanted to do like a Shining, and they stare right at it. Yeah, and it's like, but they didn't even do that right.
As soon as they leave, that's when the host kind of like walks back through there. And so I guess I had 2 questions I wanted us to help me answer, and I think we did it. The first one was, is this all happening in Evelyn's little ghost head? Are these other people ghosts or memories? And the second one was, what is the host?
Okay, like, is he the harbinger of death, or was he just another person playing a part?
I think the archivist guy from those games.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the host.
I like that idea. If we have a derailed universe, I don't like the idea of a derailed universe.
Well, this sits in the Croc cinematic universe, obviously.
Everything does, because those creatures are actually goblin pets.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is...
What's your biggest issue with this movie?
With this part, we've got this very small train yard, I think, and we got these 2 employees here who know Lance, and they're talking with him and stuff. He has to go over there and tell them about the one exhibit we have of a wrecked, like, train car. Like, you would think all the employees would know about the one exhibit here, unless she's new. Like, oh yeah, well, let me go tell you a story about this train that crashed. Here's the train that crashed, just a couple steps this way. Got all these displays set up, but you guys have no idea. It's a secret. It's my secret train display. Like, they were clueless. They didn't even know. And then we get to the credits, and they show Lance first, because he mattered the least. But he gets shown first, because in real life, he matters the most.
I don't know what made me more mad. Thinking that he was just in for the 5 seconds at the start, or having him come back at the end.
I mean, they used him more than we used fucking Billy Zane in Hellblazers. This was Billy Zane Hellblazers.
Better.
Billy Zane was flipped. So we got a lot of Billy Zane at the beginning, and then we got the 5 seconds at the end. In this one, it's 5 seconds at the beginning, and then more at the end.
And Billy Zane wasn't like top billed in that.
Kenny, would you recommend people watch this?
No, because this movie's painful, because there is a good movie potentially in this poster or at various points in this movie. To me, this was an hour and 20 minutes of missed opportunities.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It could have been good. They chose not to make it good. You could even replace this with a fun A-list cast, and maybe it's good in a kind of a hammy way, because like, you got big A-listers in this ridiculously not good story. That could work, but instead you got a bunch of, not really known people who are doing fine, but it's not working because, well, they don't have the names to make it work on just a ridiculous, like, it's with these people in it, it's supposed to be taken somewhat seriously. If you had A-listers in it, you would realize, like, okay, we all know what this is. It's like that Lifetime channel movie with Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig, I think. Is that her? Is that the one? I don't know. Two prominent, like, comedic actors that just went and did a straight up Lifetime movie. And they played it straight. And because it's those 2 actors, even though they're playing it straight, it's freaking hilarious.
Daniel, is this a smash or pass?
It's a pass, dog.
Pass? Okay.
It's a pass.
I want to like this. I don't know. I agree with Kenny that there are good ideas here. And I like your suggestion, Daniel, of maybe select the first 3 of those ideas and flesh them out a bit more.
This is the first movie we've watched where I'm actually mad after watching it, because I feel like it wasted my time.
My last note was, I'm going to anger sleep. I'm going to anger sleep now and talk about this in 6 hours. A Deadly Adoption was the Lifetime style movie with Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig, and it's hilarious.
Maybe go watch that.
I recommend it.
Watch that instead of this.
Look,
I don't know. Okay, so this movie happened. Kenny, what are some other movies you would recommend that maybe did this better?
Well, I'm just going to mention, train movies. Terror Train. Yeah, Terror Train. That's a good movie. Go watch Terror Train. This got a 3.6. Oh, sorry, it got a 3.8. Shark Side of the Moon got a 3.
Oh, well, Shark Side is better than this.
For the first time in pod history, I'm giving Shark Side a higher ranking than something else we watched. The Shark Side was better than this. So
this is now your bottom line.
This is my bottom. This is yeah.
I think. Well, anyway, Daniel, you got any recommendations?
I would just recommend the Supermassive games, the Dark Anthology, Until Dawn, The Quarry, all that stuff.
I think maybe what did this a little bit better was Jacob's Ladder.
I like Jacob's Ladder. The remake was okay.
Also, you can read An Occurrence on Owl Creek Bridge. Play the game Resident Evil 7 because it's got this kind of monster in it at some point. And just play Ticket to Ride. Have some fun making trains.
Trains.
Traveling across the country.
Train horror stuff. Midnight Meat Train, Train to Busan.
Train to Busan's a movie. Train to
All better
Busan 2
train.
is
I still haven't watched it.
not great.
Snowpiercer,
That's another train movie.
Snakes on a Train, Subway Car Monster Movie, Creep. I will be suggesting we watch at some point.
Hold
That's
on,
a-
I've got a Ray Weiss movie.
At some point, we're all going to watch End of the Line.
End of the Line. That's a good one.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
What, you didn't think I'd seen that one?
I didn't think you had seen that one.
Pretty sure I've seen that one. Let me double check. Yeah, I recommend you watch any other movie.
Okay, the movie is Dead End.
I think I've seen that too. The Sixth Sense. Go watch The Sixth Sense.
Well, I'm happy that unlike the movie, we did not get derailed with our podcast.
We did though.
We should be after
I'm trying
this.
to think of a way to end this. Say something
You can,
clever.
You can rail me. Well, this isn't the ending.
All on aboard. Let's get off this bitch.
I'm unaboarding this.
On aboard. Time to hijack this train and guide you on to better films. That's right. They get better than this. Up next for you horrible listeners, we've got 2022's X by Ty West. And after a fun goof on our scheduling, we have 2022's Pearl, the surprise prequel sequel to X. We will be releasing 1 week after X. And then everything else should be right on schedule. If you like this mishap and you look forward to more mishaps, then stick with us. Be sure to like and subscribe everywhere you listen to us. Thanks. Okay, let's board a train to a better time, not the 1920s. Let's go watch better things. Let's make better choices, fellas. This one, I'm sorry folks, this one is all on Daniel. This is his fault. He picked this movie. You blame him.
The next one's my fault too.
Next one's his fault too. They're all his fault. Anytime we do something bad, just blame Daniel. I am your horribly disappointed host, Kenny.
I'm Daniel, and I'm not allowed to pick movies anymore.
I'm your cheap costume jewelry that turns out to be real Ryan. Rail me.
Rail me, Daddy-O!
All aboard, fuckers.
Choo choo!